And finally, we're home. Here in Auburn Stadium. I'm not familiar with the name off the top of my head, but I should be. And we find ourselves for our conference opener, taking on Mississippi State. They look to be a decent passing team and a little bit weak on defense, so hopefully we can use that to capitalize on getting our offense into high gear. Last time we played, which was a little bit ago, we took on Boston College and we struggled hard out of the gate. So hopefully we can come out with a fast start and come in and come out in a pretty easy and conquering way. Or should I say, the War Eagle way. But let's see if Will Finley and Michael DeAngelis can get things moving. But let's get into it with our SEC Conference play. Oh, Jordan-Hare Stadium. Okay, as soon as I read it, I was like, oh, yeah, of course that's what it is. We get to see some new exclusive uniforms to the college football revamped mod. We get to see Mississippi State in their Egg Bowl uniforms. So we get a nice color-on-color matchup with the jerseys. So just for me to plug there. If you're interested, I always leave a link to how to get the mod going and all of that in the description below. But we get to put our defense on the field first. It's been a bit, so if I am a little rusty, that could be a big factor here. But I'd like to see if we can get a little bit of pressure. Starting out early with our star defensive lineman, number 52, Lonnie Larson himself, the big man. Getting involved early to shut down that screen, or that draw. Oh, quarterback keeper, and he gets hammered down. 7-yard gain, but it's going to make it 3rd and 3. Oh, and we get to him, but not before he's able to catch the pass. And that they get their first down on their first pass of the day. We're going to have to get used to facing a hurry-up team. And I fell for the option. The quarterback runs for another 10-yard gain. So they are tearing us apart on this quarterback option play. We need to be careful. They're really getting us into some sticky situations. Oh, what a stretch out by Gary Fry on the deflection. Make it 2nd and long. Really had to stretch out to block that one. Now we get to put them behind the chains, so we need to keep our advantage here. We get to have an extra linebacker in the box finally, which will definitely help with the option. And he catches the ball, but not before, but shortly after falls out of bounds, and now it's going to be 3rd and 6 just across the 50. Getting a stop here would be very, very helpful. You can see an option here. And now we see a passing play, and we get the sack. Who was it? Oh, Lonnie Larson himself fired out of that cannon to get 4th and 12 in his first sack of the game. Came in untouched. And just like that, we take over control. And we take the field, looking to start fast. I thought we gave Mike Finley the start. I guess I had something messed up in the depth chart, but let's go with it. Andrew DeAngelis on the 10-yard run to get us started. I made a little bit of error in our depth chart, and I hadn't quite prepared for that. So we'll go with it for now, but he might get pulled very quickly. We got Jermaine Johnson here, just to see if he can make some big plays with his feet. And he gets a little loose out of the pocket. Could have completed that to make an easy first down, or make it an easy 2nd down, but we'll have to go with it. Now let's see if we can get them in with this Andrew DeAngelis screen. Looks like we got numbers. We use that to get the first down, so don't get too punished for that errant pass on first down. Let's see if we can keep everything moving. I want to come back to another read option play, just a different formation, just to see how this works. Jermaine Johnson with the keeper, a 9-yard gain on first down to make it 2nd and 1. Our offense is really starting to move here, so maybe the start by Jermaine Johnson wasn't a bad thing. We run the play action to see if we can hit the comeback. And we throw it too late and throw the errant pick. Okay, so we put our defense back on the field with that interception. Jermaine Johnson got a little excited there, and because of that, threw the interception. And they hit it deep on the big momentum play, getting it all the way down to 1st and goal. Our defense wasn't really prepared for that, and they split the cover 2 zone. Oh, and he catches it, but he doesn't get the ball to cross the line. It's now going to be 2nd and goal. They're going to go into hurry up here, so we need to pick something quickly. Oh, and he shakes us down, and just like that, they capitalize on the turnover, and we go down 7-0 early in the game. Come back to a curl route here. Hit McFarland out in the flats. He shakes off a defender, but not before, or stopping just short of the first down. So now it's going to be 3rd and 1. And this is going to be an important down here as we need to convert. Going to keep our eyes on Rocky Lee. And instead we're going to keep it ourselves and stretch out to save the hit. Could have waited a tad longer and our crossing route would have been there. But Mike Finley felt the pressure from the blitz and was able to navigate around it. Just like that, we hit Rocky Lee on the curl route. And he's going to almost break it all the way free. 41-yard gain off the simple curl route. Just like that, Mike Finley is 3 for 3 on this drive, and we're into the goal, or into the red zone. 1st and goal. Okay, so we're going to give Andrew DeAngelis a shot at running it into the end zone. And he walks right in. And just like that, we tie the game back up 7-7. Mike Finley was disappointed on not getting his starting nod like I thought he was going to get. So get your 3s out. And see if we can come up with this big-time 3rd down stop and take control of this game here in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Oh, we got the screen. And we shut it down. It gained 7 yards on the play, but a whole group of Tigers were there. Saw Lonnie Larson was there to finish it off, though, so I'll give him credit for that. And just like that, we get the ball back. Mike Finley perfect on the day so far. We won't put it in the air again, at least not on this down. We'll see if we can get to the outside. The read option, Andrew DeAngelis gets the nod and gets 6 yards and enough for a 1st down. And just like that, I believe that's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. So, starting a little faster on offense, and our defense, other than 1 or 2 big chunk plays, has been looking like they're playing pretty well for our first conference play, or first conference game. Just 1 errant interception off of a miscue is really what has kept Mississippi State in the game so far. But let's look to punch it in and go up 14-7. Let's see if we can take a shot at the end zone here. Gonna look to hit Rocky Lee on this inside after Roberts clears everyone out. We're actually gonna run him on a we're gonna run him on a route to try to force some people away from Rocky Lee. And unfortunately, it was not there, but Mike Finley is able to get the ball away to save it for another down. It's now going to be 3rd and 6. We don't have to score, but we do have to get to the 1-yard line. We're going to see if we can hit Scott here on this angle route. And it just took too long, and Mike Finley will take the sack. It's going to be 4th and 14. I'm going to trust in our kicker here. We actually have our starting punter as our kicker. He's a freshman, but he does have a decent leg and is a better option than the kicker that the previous administration left us. We're starting to fall into a bit of a rhythm of blitzing us constantly. So this is one of the things we need to take into account. And we get the face mask call. There we go. So off of that 8-yard run, we get a 15 yards tacked on. And just like that, we're down to their 35-yard line. It's now going to be 3rd and 10, and we forced ourselves into a bit of a sticky situation. Let's see if we can get ourselves out of it. Because we are not quite in field goal range, and punting here would be really demoralizing. And we squeeze it in just before it went out of bounds on McFarland down the field. It's a nice rollout play by Mike Finley to convert and get us back on the good side of the chains. Not getting a chance putting the ball in the air, and with the numbers in the box, I feel pretty confident in this. So confident that Andrew DeAngelis walks right in. And just like that, we go up 10 points late in the second quarter. He's having himself a game. We'll be surprised if we don't see at least a little bit of their option plays. They were ripping us apart early in this game with them, and they've kind of faded away from them. They're not at the point where they have to run or they have to throw the ball, but it definitely, with the scouting reports, seemed like their strength. So we'll see if that comes back to bite us. Woo! Neal dislodges that ball for yet another incompletion, and just like that, it's going to be 3rd and 6. Gonna run a press look here to see if we can get by Lonnie Larson some time to come through with another sack. We'd love to get some better field position. And they run the draw, and we're ready for it. Our D-line makes a big-time play, and just like that, it's going to be 4th and 4. We'll call our first time out of the half just to save us some time, and maybe we can go up 24-7. I expect to see a bit of a blitz here, so let's see if we are correct. Yes, we are. So we'll hit Scott here out in the open air. And just like that, he puts on a couple moves and punches it in for a touchdown. And just like that, we go up 24-7. It's now going to be 1st and 10 with 19 seconds left to go. Our defense has a bit of a hole here, but let's see if they can hold on. Oh, and Lonnie Larson brings down the quarterback on the scramble, being the last line of defense. Forces them to use their second timeout of the half. It's now 2nd and 9. Oh, and he drops it. We blew a coverage there, but it didn't punish us. It's now going to be 3rd and 9. It's going to be a bit long for a field goal, so I'm actually going to ice him here because we have the extra timeout. Also, because I wanted to see if I can get a return. Now, Auburn, of course, is famous for the kick 6. Let's see if we can pull one off here. Wouldn't that be awesome? They ended up taking a delay of game. Or no, a false start. Let's see if that changes their strategy here on 3rd and 14. They're still saying they're going to do a field goal. So we're going to keep our guy back and see if we can return this. Because I don't anticipate them having enough leg here. Oh, not even close. Not even close. Weren't able to return it. But that's how the half's going to end. We had an offensive explosion in the second quarter, taking us to a 17-point and commanding lead. Let's see if we can capitalize on this and take us to 1-0 in conference play. Okay, to start our second half here, let's see if we can keep the ball in the air. We hit McFarland on the big-time slant route. 33-yard completion to start the half. Will Finley sitting in there and throwing a strong ball right where McFarland could go pick it out of the air. And just like that, we're off to the races. Now a critical third down here. Gonna go back to our simple slant routes just to see if we can hit anyone open, like Rocky Lee over the middle. The 8-yard gain, we get the completion and get all the way into the red zone. We're all the way down to the 16 now. We're going to see here if we can catch them sleeping on a curl route here. Maybe even hitting Merrick for the completion. And that we do, getting all the way down to the 1-yard line. It's now 1st and goal after that strong pass by Mike Finley. Let's show our strength here and allow Andrew DeAngelis to punch it in. And there we go, just like that. We capped 350 offensive yards on the day, just starting into the third quarter. Getting Andrew DeAngelis another touchdown on the day, and we go up 31-7. Let's see if he can come up with another repeat one. We'll run the press look to give him the best shot we can. And they try to run the screen, and we shut that down early. It's now going to be 4th and 12. And just like that, Mississippi State starts with a 3 and out. Come back to our simple curls route. Looks like they're going to cover 3 again, so it could come out very fruitful. We hit McFarland again on a deep slant route, falling right behind their safety. And just like that, we are all the way down to the red zone. They sat too much on key receiver Rocky Lee, just in time for McFarland to hit them up the middle. See if we can come back to our double move here. Love to catch them sleeping. Oh, and we get tipped at the line of scrimmage. Thankfully, McFarland is there to bat the ball down and make sure that it doesn't get intercepted. Got a little risky there, but we didn't get punished, so instead we'll start working the ball outside of the tackle box. We hit Gavin Black on another out route to get us all the way down to 1st and goal at the 4. This drive has been filled with Mike Finley's impressive arm, throwing the ball all over the field to many different receivers. Let's see if we can punch this in. And he'll run it in himself. Put it on the board. Yes! And just like that, we go up 31 points. Fall into a 2nd and 11 approach here. They've been falling in a lot with our run play, so maybe we can catch them on throwing the ball. We hit Merrick there on the quick slant for a 3rd and 4, hitting them right in the gap of their zone. And with that, we punch into the red zone. Let's see if we can get some more points here. We don't want to do anything too fancy, though. Only throwing things if they're available. But I imagine we will see a blitz of some kind here. I know I would blitz. Oh, and Muller's not able to hold on. So this drive will stall at 4th and 4. Except I'm actually going to go for it. It's a bit greedy. We're up by a lot. But I'd love to take another 2-3 minutes off the clock. That's not looking like a good setup. So let's see if we can catch them in something else. And Merrick's not able to hold on to the ball. We hit him in stride on the slant, and we'll turn the ball over on downs. There's a bit of a greedy play there, and Jermaine Johnson threw a good ball, but wasn't enough. Jermaine Johnson putting move after move for the 20-yard gain. Having a little comfortable lay there after the play with the Mississippi State defender. We won't question it too much. With that, that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So, we built upon our commanding lead, looking like we can just go into cruise control and take this all the way in for our first conference victory. Just getting the ball off in time and getting the ball out to Andrew DeAngelis, our key playmaker. And he's out free, taking it all the way down to the 20. Even when trying to slow the game down, we are having explosive play after explosive play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 3. We got to this kind of position last drive and stalled out. Now we're going to see if we can run a triple option here and get everyone involved. Not quite the play we had dreamed up. Got a little too early on that pitch play, and Hardy ends up bailing us out and saving the drive. It's now going to be 4th and 3, and we're going to take a look at going for it here. Because getting a field goal doesn't help us too much. And I like our numbers, so we're going to go with it. Hits Scott. And just like that, he puts a couple of moves on and pushes his way in for another touchdown. Even when we're not trying to score, we're scoring. See if we can force them into a situation that's a lot favorable to us. Oh! Ghost with the big-time interception, just when I asked for it. The errant pass, forcing it downfield, and just like that, we take the ball out of their grasp. So now we're going to be 2nd and goal. We're going to run the option. Oh, and behind the pancake, Jermaine Johnson is going to walk right in. We're going to score 52 points on the day. We came in with the expectation of having a much stronger offense. And what do you know? And that will do it. So in our home opener and our conference play opener, we dominate Mississippi State 52-7. Had an incredible performance in all 3 facets of the game, including an incredible performance from Andrew DeAngelis with 118 yards on the ground for 3 touchdowns. We really need that kind of production from him from some later opponents, or against later opponents in our schedule, if we're going to go where we are planning to. And let's look at our overall stats. We end up having 24 first downs to their 7, with 538 total yards of offense, 222 yards on the ground with 6 rushing touchdowns, 22 for 35, with 1 passing touchdown with 316 yards. I love that kind of balanced offensive attack. 75% on 3rd down and 50% on 4th. Both of them were kind of frivolous 4th downs, so not that big of a deal. 88% in the red zone. I'll take that any day of the week. 1 turnover. It was an errant interception, but it ended up only costing us the shutout. And then we dominated them in time of possession with defense really taking over the game. So it was a really good overall team win. Well, off of that impressive victory, we get to take a look at our conference standings, and we get to see that it's turning into be a 3-dog race for the SEC West between ourselves, Texas A&M, and Alabama. Now, I would want to point out that one of these things is not like the other. we're not ranked. We are receiving votes, but still we won't get that ranked designation, whereas Bama is the number 2 team in the country, and Texas A&M is the number 4 team in the country. So we still have our work cut out for us. Next week, we will take on an SEC East opponent in Missouri. They are 1-1 so far, and let's see who they've played. They've played, I believe that's Indiana, which they have lost to, and they beat LSU. So we will go to Missouri and see if we can pull out the victory. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.